Hey Anup, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi, Chaitanya. I can hear you.
Hi, how are you doing?
All good, all good. How are you?
I thought I will wait for some other people, but let me post my question.
Sure.
Uh, so basically, I have like 10 years of experience into product management. I'm looking for a job seeker visa in Germany. Now, I know I've heard last questions around in last meeting about how to get job seeker visa. That part I'm clear.
Mhm.
But two things that I want to ask is like, so for job seeker visa, I'm planning to go to Germany to get a job. Like I'm also trying from India, but then I have a backup plan to move to UK if I couldn't get it in Germany. Now my question is around: can I apply visa from Germany to UK, or is it possible to do so? Rather than coming back to India, then applying back to UK. Is that possible enough?
I don't think UK gives something like a job seeker visa, like what
No, no,
what.
not for the job seeker visa, but I have a consultant who is helping me out to get a job application as such. But then like UK is my second preference.
Okay.
Um, that ways.
Okay, so your point is that if you are in Germany on a job seeker visa and meanwhile you also get a job in UK, then do you
Hmm.
need to travel back to India or can you
Hmm.
directly go from Germany to UK, right?
Yeah, if not for the UK, at least any other country in Europe. Like, I have France as another option.
Mm-hmm.
But can I do that from Germany?
I don't think so because when you apply for a visa for a job, you need to provide all your, address information and your residential information and all that stuff, which I am not sure how you will do that in Germany, right? Because they have to verify your address, your passport. So German government might not be able to verify your Indian passport, or I'm
Okay.
not sure about that, but you need to get this checked with the maybe the embassy.
Okay. Okay. My second question is around so right now I see mostly following LinkedIn to search for jobs, and I've got references of other job portals as well. But right now with the change in government and change in the
Yeah.
political system there, do you think there would be any effect of that on the immigration system, or at least especially on the job seeker visa part? Uh, yeah.
That's a tricky question because, yeah, so today is the election day, and I believe nothing is going to change. I mean, that soon. It might take some time, even if they are planning to change something. But I don't think there is going to be some effect on the job seeker visa or something. But yeah, we have to wait and see how this goes. So I don't think I'm
Okay.
the right person to comment on this at the moment, but we have to wait and see.
Okay, yeah, understood.
Yeah,
Uh, so if I may ask another question,
sure.
uh, so now there are good number of no startups. The startup ecosystem is good. I heard in Germany,
Yeah.
and there are good mid-size and multinational companies as well. Now, from my perspective, what I'm thinking is, hey, like if I apply for a bigger company, um, there is some sense of security, like they can't hire and fire easily. At least the policies doesn't dictate that way. But when it comes to smaller companies, they can do so. Now, there are two questions in this one. One is that what do you suggest to go for a bigger company or a smaller company? That's first question. Second is that there are. I mean, is it possible for through government or through any other means? Is it possible for any company to just hire and fire any candidate easily especially when they got from India or some other place? Or is there any regulations that that you should not do that? Because some countries do that. Like
Hmm.
when it comes to Portugal or UK, you cannot fire anybody easily. There
Hmm.
has to be due diligences around it and all.
Hmm.
But do you think that is the case? Like,
Yeah, so As far as my experience is considered, I have worked with two startups here, and so yes, if they are hiring from if they are hiring an international candidate, they are of course spending a lot of money and a lot of time in the whole process, right? So they are not doing it for hiring and then firing the person. So if you are not fitting into the team, of course they have this time period of which is called as a probation period, and here they take the probation period really seriously. And this 6 months probation period is like, yes, you have to give your best, and the employer should also be like, uh, the bandwidth of the employer and the employee should match. So if there is some kind of discrepancy between the two, then of course either party can leave the other party with a notice period of 2 weeks. Yeah, so this is during the probation period of first 6 months. So once you complete the first 6 months, then it is really not possible for a company to just fire you without giving any solid reason.
Okay.
Does
Okay.
that answer your question?
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of.
Okay. And
Uh,
regarding a startup or an established company, I would say if you are coming as a new person to Germany, and if this is going to be your first job in Germany, it's good to be in a startup because you can learn how things work and learn a lot of things here. So if you are into an established company, then I worked in both. So I worked in an established company as well as in a startup. So I prefer personally startup.
Great. Great advice. Thanks a lot.
Any other question, guys?
By the way, anybody know whether the applications slots has been opened up for job seeker visa from India, or any city from India?
I'm not sure if anyone here knows about it. No, seems like no. But yeah, I saw some chats in the Discord channel going around this
Okay,
topic.
in Bangalore, I think they didn't open. In Bombay, I think they have opened. That's what I heard from this group, and also read in the group only.
Okay, yeah. So I'm not sure how soon you can get an appointment, but it seems like things are slowly getting on track.
Right.
Okay, guys. Any other question or anything you would like to share about your job search experience or any progress so far?
Yeah. Hi, Anu. Pavilas here. I have few questions.
Hi, Abhilash. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for this platform, this opportunity, Anu. Yeah. Yeah, I have few questions I have noted down. Like, if you stay jobless for a month after coming by JSB, does your chance of getting job affected by it because you have done nothing in a last month? So, like, for you have taken for 6 months, and for 2 months you are not getting any job. So in the third month you are attending a interview. Then will they ask like why these 2 months you have got nothing? What you have done in past 2 months, like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good question. And Pradyumna is not here. He would be the right person to answer this. But as far as I know, there are people who are coming on job seeker visa here, and it's really not possible to, get a job in the first couple of weeks. So it usually takes more than 1 month to finally land on a job. So I think it's understood by all the companies that it definitely takes time, especially when it comes to Germany, because in Germany, the companies takes at least, I mean, couple of weeks to, move from one round to the other round in an interview process. So this should not be a problem. So even if it takes for you like 2 months or even 3 months, it's understood that you are in a job seeker visa process and you are applying to multiple companies, and they definitely need time to process, to move you from one round to the other. So I think that's completely okay.
Yeah. uh, yeah, yeah. Suppose you are staying in one city, like suppose Berlin, and you are getting offer from Munich. So do you have to means up and down for each round, or there are some companies, they will be okay, you can take from the monthly, like online interview.
Okay. So you mean that you are residing in one city and the interview is in another city?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that should not be a problem, especially in these days where because of COVID, you have some travel restrictions. So most of the companies are okay to, do all the interview process online. So I think that's also completely okay.
Yeah. So yeah, one question, one of my friend, he was preparing to go to Canada. So I did a thing like getting a VoIP number. So a VoIP number, if someone doesn't know, like it is a online number. You can have for Germany number. It will show like you are in Germany. So if the interviewer wants you to call, you can put that German number, and that call will be directed to your Indian number. So is this also a good option for Germany? How is the Germany culture about it?
Okay, so you are saying that you are still in India and you are getting
Yeah,
a VoIP number from somewhere and you redirect that number to your Indian phone. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I think so. In this case, you have to tell the employer that you are in India. So don't fake that you are in Germany and you are having a German number and all that. So it's always good to say the truth, because later, if they find it that you are not in Germany but you are in India and you are faking throughout the whole interview process, then it's definitely a problem. So as I said, for the first 6 months, they will evaluate you completely.
No, not faking. If they see if they see like Indian number, so they won't bother to call. Like it's the scenario in Canada. So
Hmm.
if they see German, so if they see in Canadian number, then they will call, even if you have mentioned like you are from Israel. The getting call chances has increased, he said. So how is this in Germany? That's what I'm asking. Like,
Yeah. So
will
in
my chances
Germany,
of getting
yeah, in Germany, you usually don't provide your phone number in the first round. So you usually give your CV and you apply to the job post. And if your resume gets, selected in the first round, then they will definitely give you a Calendly link or some Zoom link where you can, kind of schedule your interview. So they don't usually, so in most of the cases, they don't give you a direct call. It's mostly a video call, which is scheduled like couple of days before. So you don't really need to provide kind of a number. So even if you are providing your Indian number, that should not be a problem, because you have already gone through the first round of screening, right? Your resume got selected and then you are providing the number. So they should not, say that you are giving an Indian number, so we will not call you. So nothing like that should happen.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Uh, Yeah, yeah. So one more thing is like, I have mostly worked in a service-based company, so I don't have any I have not faced much many difficult challenges in throughout my job. So in the this GIC portal also, I see like some of the people are saying like in the last round, manager has rejected, saying that you haven't faced any difficult challenges. So is it fine? Like, can I apply for a beginner level, or is there any workaround? In India, I have tried few company like Amazon. I had tried with getting into like SDE1. It is like for you don't need any job experience to get that. So I applied and I got rejected, saying that over experience kind of thing. So is this the scenario happens in Germany also, and what are the workarounds for this kind of situation I am in?
So you mean you want to apply for the entry level positions in Germany, but you are already more experienced.
Yeah, I have 4 years of experience. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so that could be a problem, because they look into your experience, and if you are already 4 year experience, then they would definitely prefer, you for a mid senior level position instead of a beginner role. So beginners are basically like 1 to 2 years of experience. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So the current company I am also in is I have a 90 days notice period. So is
Hmm.
this notice period affects?
It depends on the
getting
company
fine.
where you are applying. So there are some startups or companies which prefer people who can join them immediately. So say within the next 1 month or so. But there are companies or organizations which also kind of are okay for people to join maybe after 2 months or 3 months. So it depends on the company that you're applying.
Yeah, if you have any idea like how much, like 50-50, or how many, right?
Yeah, I think most of the startups they prefer people who can join immediately. So like within 1 month or 2 months. But more established companies, if you apply to bigger companies, then they are okay to you join within 3 months.
I can add one more point. Means
Mhm.
I think in the any reputed company, means bigger organization or reputed company,
Mhm.
they don't care about the notice period, either 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months. They basically go with their process,
Mhm.
and based on the process, they are going. It is not matter. It is 1 week or something. In India, also sometimes it is happened.
Yeah.
So I think startup they can consider, but for the means reputed company or bigger company, they don't care about the how many months of the notice period and all these things.
Yeah. They know that it's a standard thing for like to have a 3 months notice period. So they understand that. But
Yes.
there are startups these days who need people immediately. So I think in those cases it's a problem if you have 3 months notice period.
And also into the this one means reputed organization number of interview is the more actually basically it is they are taking 4, 5, 6 round,
Yeah.
and they are evaluating every round they are taking 1 week, so it is going longer, means more than 1 month mostly.
Yeah. 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 So their interview process itself is taking around 1 month, so they cannot expect you to join immediately, right? That's the point.
Yes,
So Rajesh, do you have
because
some
I see
question?
that means,
You have
I
raised your hand.
work for the means, bigger organization, and in the current means organization also I think that they are hiring for the 1 year also. If they are not getting the right candidate, they are not hiring anyone.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
seen that.
Yeah. That's yeah, true.
Okay.
Okay. So Rajesh, do you have some question? You raised your hand.
Yeah, actually, I just want to know that means, see, I am my profile is means everyone saying it is very good, but somewhat happening that they are telling that okay, means your profile is not perfectly 100% matching, and some candidates have the more
Mm-hmm.
means right matching into their keywords or profiles.
Mm-hmm.
So is it means it is okay to means just like modify accordingly the requirements some level of, or what is?
So is it the response that you're getting after the resume screening round, or is it after talking to them?
Yes, yes, yes. After the screen now.
Okay. Yeah, I cannot comment on this because a lot of companies use this response as a generic feedback. So it doesn't, I mean, it doesn't completely tell what exactly is missing in your profile, right? It just tells something in general that, yeah, we found someone else who is better than yours. So we are just
In
going ahead
that
with
one,
them.
which are this one name, contact number, email ID also mentioned. So I'm not sure it is just like automated or something.
No, not automated, but they can just copy and paste it, right? So that way I'm
Okay.
saying. So it's
So
the
what is the means the way means see 100% means the matching is, I think it is means look like it is difficult because into the Germany mostly the companies are looking for this one automotive domain basically.
Mhm.
Not think means most of the company means it is very less company into the networking means by domain, networking protocol side and all this in routing and switching domain.
Mhm.
So, but their profile is matching some level on the C, C++, Linux, and some like a small protocols just like a SPI, I2C. But I work mostly into the routing domain.
Mhm.
So that is actually missing part. So I'm not sure means we can means just like delete that part and mention that what is the exact matching to their profile, or
I think the ideal way is to apply to as many jobs as possible and try to get around this because I am from a software background, so I cannot comment on the exact domain specific question that you have. But I think it's better to apply to as many jobs and then try to optimize your resume after looking at other people who got a job from India in Germany. So you can take some look into the example resumes we have, and also maybe ask someone who already got a job, and then maybe try to optimize your resume.
That's what actually I'm thinking, because in the US or UK, most means, because Netherlands I shortlisted and given this,
Mm.
but first round they given just like for the home assignment, and I submitted, but almost 1 month over, and they are not providing the feedback. Actually, they are not telling that is rejected or selected.
Mhm.
And when I asked, send a mail to just a reminder, they are not replying anything. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, so in general, even if you apply to a lot of companies, just continue to apply, right? So don't wait for one company to respond to you.
No, I'm not waiting, but I just waiting for that, means at least they should provide the
Yeah.
feedback that it is selected or rejected, right?
Yes, yes. So
But
some companies are like that, so they are, I don't know, they they don't respond. So we have to keep going and keep applying.
not only that, actually, I given the Amazon also, but they are also not replying anything. Means I send the mail to HR also,
Hmm.
but 2 times, means I send the reminder around 1 month, 1.5 months back I given,
Okay.
but there's no response from them also. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, it happens. Okay, so we move on to Ambush. So Ambush, do you have a question?
Okay, so just wanted to know that is there any positions for associate level or entry level positions in security?
Uh, that's a very niche question. So I exactly don't know about this because you have to do the research on LinkedIn. Just go to LinkedIn, search for your job profile, and select the location as Germany, and then you should see all the job openings there. So I think that way you can do this research.
Okay, thank you, Anu.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anyone else have any other question? We still have 5 more minutes.
Yeah, Anup, I want to have another question. On a job seeker visa, can I apply to other European countries while being in Germany? Um, I think I can, but then can I travel even if there is an interview opportunity within Europe on a job seeker visa while being in Germany?
Okay, so first of all, I'm not the right person to answer this because I never applied for a job seeker visa. But the
Okay.
person who can answer this, he is not here today. He's Pradyumna, so you can maybe directly send him a message on our Discord channel. But as far as I know, you cannot apply to jobs other than Germany using a job seeker visa because job seeker visa is only for Germany, as far as I know, but I can be wrong as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So just get
But
it
can I
confirmed.
travel? Yeah, can I travel within Europe on a job seeker visa?
You mean just for fun, not for work, right?
Not for work, but let's say I got an interview opportunity where I have to present myself in
Uh-huh.
person.
Mhm.
Then at least I travel for a week or something. Can I do that?
I would say please check it with the Pradyumna. He is the person who
Okay.
applied a job seeker visa and he got a job. So just
Okay.
post your message on the channel or directly send him a message. He will be responding to your question.
Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah, you know his name, right? Pradyumna. I interviewed
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I follow him on the Discord channel.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Any other question? Maybe this is the last question we'll be taking up today. Abhilash, do you have something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, so yeah.
Mhm.
How is the work-life balance culture in Germany compared to India? Is 8 hours strictly maintained, or it can be overworked? Uh,
Yeah, Abhilash. So it actually is when you compare the whole of Germany work culture with the whole of India work culture, then I would say it's far better. So in Germany, you don't have that hard and fast timing. So it's not like you have to be in the office like from 10 to 5 or 6. The timing is flexible. So you can maybe start at 6 in the morning. So in my company, people are working at 6 in the morning and they are like logging off at 3 or 4. So according to their convenience. And also Fridays are like, I mean, very relaxed. Saturday, Sunday, of course, is off. And yeah, you are not supposed to work from home. So additional work from home. So whatever your working hours are, just work in that period, and then after that you are not required to do anything. So you are not required to even open your laptop. So I think in these things, Germany is really flexible, and really you can have a really good work-life balance here.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Anup.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, then that's it for today, and thanks for joining. If you have more questions, just post it in the Discord channel, and I or someone else will definitely answer those questions. So have a nice weekend. Bye.
Thanks a lot, Anup. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.